Hello everyone and welcome to D2C Dialogues. Today we have with us Saloni Anand, founder CEO of Traya Health. As per their LinkedIn profile, Traya Traya provides doctor prescribed treatment plans that help manage hair loss up to stage 4. Traya is the only company in India that provides a holistic treatment for hair loss by targeting its root cause. We provide personalized plans that are prescribed by doctors with trusted ingredients. More than 2 lakh customers are on the Traya regime and have seen desired results. Our journey began with one of our founders, Altaf, who approached a number of doctors specializing in Ayurveda and dermatology in search of a fortified, long-lasting solution to hair loss. As we progress, we encourage hundreds of clinical trials, scientific research papers, and crack the science behind hair loss and how it can be managed with utmost efficiency. We are here with a vision that drives us to find the best cure for our clientele and help them live a happier and a better life. Welcome to the show, Saloni.
Thank you so much, Hitesh Bhai. Very, very happy to be here.
Thanks. First come first with a rich background, and the experience that you had. What made you start Traya?
Uh, so, uh, always liked entrepreneurship, wanted to start something, but Traya happened because of a personal life experience that me and my husband and my co-founder went through. Um, uh, he went through a health problem, thyroid, hair loss, and couple of things. And almost 2 years back, earlier to when we started Traya, we went through a lot of research and adopting the holistic way of life, combining Ayurveda, allopathy, and food science together, and so phenomenal change in our lives when it comes to health. We regrew his hair, and almost 2 months, 2 years later, we were at this point, literally one morning, thinking about why is everybody else not able to regrow hair? Why are people around us, everyone is balding, right? And that led us to that moment that maybe there is a gap in the market and people are not seeing hair loss as in the right way. One thing led to the other. Like I said, we were always people who like entrepreneurship. In fact, my co-founder was running a food startup back then. So this is not his first. In fact, this is his third startup. So we just decided and started. And the more we went into it, the more we went into the research, understanding the problem, the science, the R&D. The more we got, buried and excited and passionate about this problem. And eventually, later in 2019, we decided to really go for it and start the company.
So, Saloni, I will ask the same question again and in a different way. How do you, what is Traya exactly? And when I say what is Traya, I mean is it like you use the word Ayurveda and other such formulations? So what do I call Traya as? Is it a oil? Is it a chemical that promotes? Is it a serum? I don't know what it is. Can you just tell what exactly Traya is? And then the emotional aspect of the hair fall part of it.
Sure. Traya is a program or a solution. It's not a product. It's a solution that grows your hair, that saves you from hair loss and balding. And the reason I say this is because, Hitesh bhai, there is no magic product that can grow everyone's hair, right? Hair loss is very different. There are different types of hair loss. Why it is happening in, let's say it's happening to me, the reason why it is happening to me and the reason why it will be happening to some other person will be very different, right? So understanding the diagnosis, which is the first part, understanding what is the cause of hair loss, why it is happening, based on that, building a treatment, that what needs to be done. It needs lifestyle changes, diet changes, products, all of it. And most important, it's not कि 10 दिन तेल लगाया बाल उगाया. It is a chronic problem. It is very similar to diabetes. It is not a cosmetic problem, it's a health problem. you will have to use the Traya solution for 5 to 6 months to actually regrow your hair. So you need an ecosystem. लोग क्या जाते हैं, डॉक्टर के पास जाते हैं, दवाई लेके आते हैं, 10 दिन यूज करते, बंद कर देते हैं, फिर बोलते हैं बाल तो उग नहीं सकता, right? So you will have to adhere to that treatment properly, which means it needed right diagnosis, right treatment, and that support to get that customer to that 5th month till he really sees new hair growth. So this entire ecosystem or this entire program of regrowing hair is Traya. In Sanskrit, Traya means Trinity. And our brand is built on the philosophy of combining the power of Ayurveda, allopathy, dermatology, and nutrition together. And hence we named the brand Traya, deriving from Sanskrit.
There is a common perception or belief that over the years and time immemorial, men always wanted to have his hair back. But there is no solution. Like you said, once diabetes comes, it's there forever, no? And so is with the hair fall. So, and diabetes can be reversed or controlled. In this case, it's a common inquisitive question. Can hair be regrown?
Yes, 100%. 93 in 100 people who complete the Raya regime see hair regrowth. And when I say regrowth, reversal, right? So hair can be managed. Very important, hair loss cannot be cured. It can be managed. And I want you to understand this, just like you said, diabetes, right? People get diabetes, but they live a healthy life with diabetes by managing it. They do something about it. Now, they don't apply Nivea cream to manage their insulin. They eat something. They treat it in the right way. They go to a doctor. However, what people do with hair loss is apply a oil, apply some hair fall shampoo, and think that their hair fall is going to be managed. Right? It is, this disease or this problem is as internal as a diabetes is. It is chronic in nature. It is a lifelong problem if it is genetic, right? Which means that you will have to do something to maintain it. Can a person for the longest time have a good set of hair and hairline? And the answer is yes. And few things here. When I say that hair loss is reversal, it can be managed, it can be controlled. It depends on two things. One is your age. So if somebody who is, let's say, 45, 50 years old and is completely bald and comes to Traya, we do not even sell them. We tell them, sorry, we cannot do anything with your hair because आपका hair loss हो गया when you were 30. अभी वो follicle सब seal हो गया and you are coming after 20 years to us and saying regrow. No, that magic cannot happen. But if you are in the process of losing hair, right, which is you are in medically, there's something called Norwood's 7 stages of hair loss, and everyone should Google this. Norwood's 7 stages, right? Stage 1 to stage 4, or rather stage 1 to stage 5, is what Traya accepts as a customer. So we have an online diagnosis that online test will take the photo of your head and tell what stage you are. If you are not between stage 1 to 5, our website will not sell you anything.
Wow.
And that is how, Hitesh bhai, we maintain that 93% efficacy, because we choose people because we know that we can help them.
So that's the TG. And since I use the word TG, I want to come to the market. Market is crowded or overcrowded with so many players with various promises from across, whether it's an organized or unorganized players. And so what made you take a decision? Because this is a business decision that you took, that I want to be in this segment, and that too, customized organic hair care product segment. So what was the business decision reason?
Sure. So Hitesh bhai, extremely crowded market, thousands and thousands of companies, oils. You go to Amazon and type hair loss and you'll see it's the most crowded category, right? Can any of them regrow your hair? And the answer is actually no. And I can very confidently say so. I remember in 2019 when Altaf and I, my co-founder and I were doing a clinical trial with our products. In a group of 55 people, 40 people had phenomenal hair regrowth. And we had, documented pictures, month on month pictures. And we saw that there is no one in not just India, in the world with that kind of efficacy, right? So our thought process was that no matter how many companies out there come, no matter they are the biggies of the world doing, having the best of celebrities coming on TV, they all are selling shampoo, conditioner, serums, and we know the science that shampoo, conditioner cannot regrow hair, right? We know that none of them have the efficacy that we have in our clinical trial. So we might not be big, we might be small, but we know that once we had that confidence that we are in this game for our efficacy. As far as we can grow hair, we are fine. We don't have to worry about how cluttered the market is, how will we do the marketing, etc. And that is what has happened with Traya. The first 1 year was very difficult, right? It was a new brand. It's a trust issue. People did not trust us. But as soon as more and more people started completing Traya, there was such positive sentiment about the brand that today most of our revenue comes from organic sales, right? We don't, I mean, people just come on the website and buy because a friend has seen regrowth. In fact, our research says that every Traya customers who sees hair regrowth gets 8 new Traya customers, right? Because people are, and fortunately it's a problem that's visible, right? He goes to office and suddenly his colleagues are like, kya ho gaya, baal kaise aa gaya, right? It's not like diabetes that only you know in your blood test that you are doing well. It's right there, up there, right? And I think it is that efficacy that gave us the confidence, Hitesh bhai, ki it's no matter what the world is doing, we'll be able to survive as far as we are efficacious.
So, Saloni, how did you come up with this particular product? A balance between traditional Ayurvedic method and modern scientific techniques, etc. Because you are not a doctor or this, but how did that product, you know, came to birth?
Right. So I'll go science wise, right? Speaking of dermatology, there are about 2 to 3 molecules in allopathy that are FDA approved, clinically proven to really help in hair regrowth. Okay, these are prescription based products and are used only by people who actually go and see a doctor. Now, the reality is that in India, in a city like Mumbai, I'm giving you Mumbai data, only 2 in 100 people actually reach a doctor for hair loss. 98 people are buying something from what their wife is purchasing, something from Amazon, something from an FMCG store, all of that. Okay? So 98 people are not even reaching that molecule, which is the only clinical proven molecule. Okay. Um, Now that is a big gap that we saw that, and to be honest, Hitesh bhai, that molecule, right? So there's minoxidil, there's finasteride, there's these 2 3 molecules have been discovered and FDA proven since 1980. Okay, it's not something new, but people don't have access to it. People are, and it's not their mistake, it's the entire hair industry and the beautiful marketing that these brands do, that you are busy. If you, we did a research and asked people what do they think they should use for a hair fall problem, and the answer is a hair fall shampoo. So they're so busy in the trap of hair fall shampoo that they are not reaching that molecule. So that we understood there's a huge gap. And if we bring doctors to people in an online fashion where it is very, very accessible, they don't have to go and stand in lines and reach a dermat. Also, there are very few dermats in India. So if you compare the number of dermats to the population of the country, it's crazy. We are in a city in Bombay, so we still have access around us. But if you go to tier 2, tier 3, there are no access to dermatologists. So that was one problem. Now we realize that hair loss is such a problem that it there are internal root causes accelerating. So let's say if somebody has genetic hair loss, uske dada ko bhi tha, baap ko bhi tha, usko bhi hai. दादा को हुआ 70 की एज पे, बाप को हुआ 50 की एज पे, सन को हो रहा है 27 की एज पे. दैट इज द रियलिटी. नाउ प्रॉब्लम वही है, जेनेटिक है, सालों साल से हो रहा है, बट सन को 27 पे क्यों हो रहा है? क्योंकि देर आर अंडरलाइंग रूट कॉजेज दैट स्पीड अप योर हेयर लॉस. स्ट्रेस, food, nutrition, sleep, thyroid, gut issues, uh, all of these things. जो आपकी बॉडी में हो रहा है, और फीमेल में तो और कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है, हार्मोनल, पीसीओडी, पोस्टपार्टम, मतलब बहुत सारी चीजें. देयर आर अबाउट 10 to 15 things inside your body, including your energy levels, your metabolism, your absorption in your gut, etc., that impact your speed of hair loss condition. Now people are not understanding that maybe मेरा मेरे अंदर hemoglobin कम है, या मेरे को gut issue है, constipation है, उससे मेरा hair loss 50 की जगह 27 पे हो रहा है.
Okay.
Right now, when you bring, and that's the beauty about Ayurveda. So when we understood the science in Ayurveda, we understood that Ayurveda treats hair loss not at the follicle level, not at the hair level. It actually treats it at the root cause level. So Ayurveda bolta hai, Ayurveda scripture says this, that hair loss is not a disease. It's a symptom, it's a sign, it's a communication your body is doing to you that something inside you is wrong. Please take care of your body.
Okay.
Okay, so Ayurveda mein hum, if you'll see Traya products in the Ayurveda range, we have Gut Shuddhi that helps for constipation. We have Nasya Grit that helps people sleep well. We have Hair Ras that has herbs like Ashwagandha which reduces your stress levels. So we are working on all those internal things, from metabolism to energy levels to sleep, stress, gut, which really brings your body in a healthy state, in a regenerative state, and almost slows down your hair loss, and makes your body enter a regenerative state where regrowth is possible. Now, when this root cause science of Ayurveda is combined with the molecules of allopathy that work on the follicular level together, the outcome is magical.
You know, Saloni, the way you have explained it, you are giving a holistic health solution, and the end result is hair. So I think you should, rebrand yourself not only in the organic hair, but overall as a wellness and fitness brand kind of a thing. The way you explained it, because you are taking care of gut, thyroid, so many other stuff, that is there. So tell me,
And
what was the major challenge, when you decided that, you will enter organic hair care products market? Because one thing you decided, I want to enter this, but now what's next? You had to have the R&D which you did. The product had to be formulated, made, and then the marketing part of it will come to that awareness, and the doctor, that as a segment. So can you just take us through that journey succinctly?
sure, Hitesh bhai. So the first challenge we had to solve, like you are right, is the R&D piece, right? And it is the most time consuming, because every time you make a formulation, you have to do some clinical trial, understand, test it, see the efficacy. And we took a long time to do that, right? So almost the entire first year of Traya was just dedicated to putting together the right formulations. Um, the second piece that came is acquiring people, right, which is the marketing piece, that I would say is the second challenge. And this is a trust based market, right? We will have we people, the problem, the challenge we were at, Hitesh bhai, is that people believe that hair loss cannot be reversed, and it is not their mistake. Everyone has tried 10 things that has not worked for them. um, are you there, Hitesh bhai?
Yes, yes, yes. Can you?
Okay, okay, the camera was.
Yeah, camera is paused. Your camera is paused. Yeah, yeah. Please carry on.
Is it fine now?
Uh, yeah, now it's fine.
Okay,
Raj
great.
Kumar.
So I was saying that,
Yeah, please carry on.
sorry.
Carry on, carry on. Yes.
Yeah, so I was saying that, basically, second challenge was marketing, because this is a trust based issue. It's a health problem. It's not very easy, like, fashion. And I think what worked for us really well is our customers. Word of mouth really helped us solve that challenge. And the third challenge, and the most important challenge in our life, is that we are not a company where we have sold products and our life is over, right? We are not के हितेश भाई वे प्रोडक्ट ले लो और काम खत्म, उसके बाद तो काम शुरू होता है, right? Because success metric at Traya is when Hitesh bhai sees regrowth. right? So adherence and working with customers is very, very important. So in Traya, we provide something called a hair coach. Every customer gets a coach, and this coach works and gives you the support that you need for the 5 to 6 months till you are seeing the results. So, and that is why I said we are not a product company, we are a solution, we are a program. And all
Exactly.
of this came up. We are giving you a diet plan, we are giving you a coach, we are helping you step by step, because our success will be when you see results. Till that time we are together.
So, Saloni, do you have an app? For example, now there are so many, health programs where they give us coach, diet coach, etc. Health coaches, diet coaches, etc. Which is they consult online and give us the, the dietary plans, etc. So, your program also is similar to that, or you have to visit a particular doctor or any of your clinics or contact centers, etc.
No, we are 100% online, Hitesh bhai. We have a mobile app, we have an online diagnosis, we use a lot of technology. We Everything is as seamless and as convenient as possible. You can from your office get started and you don't have to do anything.
Okay. Coming to marketing part, initially you must have faced two things. One, obviously, it's an online brand, online first brand, and you have kept it that way only. But did you plan that how will you create your distribution channel, or how will you influence stakeholders like doctors, etc.? Was that a part of your marketing plan, or you thought that Traya Health will be online and we just consult online and that's the end of it?
So currently we are 100% online. We do not see that we need to go offline anytime soon as well. And the reason is our TG, right? The male consumer is 27-year-old boy suffering through hair loss. A 27-year-old today, even if walking in the mall, is busy on his phone, right?
Yes.
So to be very honest, Hitesh, by any human being we are looking at today, whether it is Mumbai or a tier 3 city, is purchasing online. And as every year, the number of people who are transacting online is increasing. What the power of online with Traya is that we have complete control on the efficacy and the experience of this consumer. We can get them the best dermatologist. We have a team of 30 best dermatologists working here that cater to about 3 lakh Indians across India, right? So
Wow.
all of this is possible only because it's online, right? So we would want to stay online as much as possible. However, do see that maybe 3 4 years down the line we will reach a state where to really penetrate into Bharat of India, we will have to enter offline, right?
So my question exactly, Saloni, that 2 3 years or 5 years down the line, the Bharat. But let's take the India part also today. And if you take the tier ones and the metros, my simple question, if I put it in one line, is Traya clinics. Have you planned for Traya clinics, something like that? Because right now you are 100% online. And this question is more from moving from online towards offline to penetrate more, to give more customer experience, to do more physical testing when the patient or the customer walks in, inside your clinic. Because we know, and we have been to many clinics where they do the hair checking and stuff like that, at what stage you are, so on and so forth. So this question is more skewed towards that part of the business, rather than just only the online part.
Huh. So, Hitesh, my first question, is there a need for physical testing? Will a customer get better treatment if there is physical testing? If the answer would have been yes, on day one, we would have launched Traya Clinic.
Okay. That means
Okay.
what you are telling is the Indian customer can be serviced online for his hair fall problems.
You are getting access to 3 doctors at the same time without moving out of your house. And hair loss is something where you don't need a blood test, you don't need to check pulse rate, be blood pressure, nothing. What the dermatologist does is take a peek at your head to understand the pattern, which a photograph today with phone, thanks to phone technology, is good enough for a
Okay.
dermat to understand कि किधर किधर हो रहा है hair loss, ऊपर हो रहा है, इधर हो रहा है, पीछे हो रहा है, किधर हो रहा है. right? So now to the question is, do we need to penetrate? Yes, there is a large audience today that knows about Traya but feels कि मेरे जब तक किसी को मिलूंगा नहीं मैं नहीं start करूंगा.
Yes, that's the
And for that we will have to someday go offline. We are trying to delay that as much as possible. So I think we're still scratching the surface of the online market. We have some time to get go offline.
now coming to bridging that gap of marketing. Offline, as you rightly said, it will be a couple of years, because right now your hands are full with the online marketing and the opportunity that India and Bharat offers from an online perspective. Coming to the marketing part now, Saloni, you got in Rajkumar Rao as a brand ambassador. How did this idea of collaborating with Rajkumar Rao as a brand ambassador for Traya Health, come up, and how did it fit the brand ethos and overall brand of Traya Health?
Right. So, Hitesh bhai, since the day we started Traya, right, we were very clear what do we want to stand as a brand. And the first thing we wanted to do is honesty, right? Because hair loss is a market where it's the most cluttered market, right? 10 din tel lagao, baal ugao, brands are there. So we did everything possible to really tell people that, starting all the way from, hey, you are at stage 6, I cannot sell you anything. It's too late. To launching a 5-month money back guarantee, there is a 100% money back guarantee. If you use Traya for 5 months and if your photographs don't show any positive results, all 5 months money back.
Very good.
Right? So all of these things we have done to really tell people that, hey, this brand is different. We are an honest brand. So a brand that is so hardworking, so honest. We are not here to sell products and say goodbye. We are working with you. It's a program. It's very different, right? When I looked at celebrities, the first name that came to my mind was Rajkumar Rao, right? He's not your glamorous Ritik Roshan, right? He's your normal guy who is hardworking, good actor, honest, who on his own capability has reached where he has reached, right?
Yes.
So we felt like those. It. I mean, the moment I was asked which celebrity would you like, there was no two options. I just had Rajkumar Rao in my head, and I was waiting to reach that day where we can do something with him.
Nice. And how has that impacted the brand, Saloni?
Wonderfully. The campaign was a super hit. We did 2 films. The second film has just released. The first one was a Shadi film, Shadi setup. The second was a barber setup. The second film has done even better than the first one. Um, um, and if you see both the films, the campaign is not about how Traya is different or how Traya grows hair. The campaign is less about Traya and more about explaining people that please become believers. Hair loss can actually be managed. So the title of the campaign is Hope for Hair, right? We want to go back to the world and say, hey, we are in 2023. If you are, say, facing hair loss, you have a choice to actually stop it.
Nice. So this was more of an education for the masses that it can be reversed or it can be stopped, the hair
and
fall.
and that is the need of the hour, because like I said, people, it's difficult for people to believe that this can be managed.
So what are the other pillars of your marketing strategy, Saloni, apart from getting a celebrity like Rajkumar Rao as a brand ambassador? What would be your other marketing strategy pillars?
Hitesh bhai, we do a lot of customer testimonials, lots. um, so much that so just to give you a sample, right, in last month we had about 1,000 customers who were ready to shoot videos with us. People were like, mera baal ug gaya hai, I'm happy to give you a video testimonial, right?
Wow.
So, and we believe that you know rather than hiring models and shooting, it's always better to just bring real stories to people, and that's the most genuine way. Unfortunately, we have, we the attention that a celeb gets, these people do not get. So we do like a dual strategy. We use the celeb to get attention, and then when people know about the brand, we pump in our real customer stories to make them believe and explain them why Traya works.
I think excellent strategy. Celebrity to pull and then, push, and then you use your real time, real life celebrities who are your customers. They will be the natural pull for the product and the brand Traya. With this, we come to the last question, and that is funding and the future. Uh, like any startup, you must also have felt the crunch of funds. How did you overcome this? Take us through your funding journey, Saloni.
So
Did
we
the
have
investors, did the investors in the initial years, or first of all, your stakeholders, your family members, believe in you when you said, "Okay, I want to start a organic hair care brand"?
not at all, Hitesh bhai. For the longest time, my father has suffered through hair loss. For the longest time, he couldn't believe hair loss can be reversed. Right? And so family members, so ekdam disbelievers. Till the time, uh, my brother-in-law reversed from stage 4 to stage 2. So he suddenly got a new set of hair because he was using Traya. And that's when the family saw that, oh my God, this is actually something that works. So family, no. Investors, I think what we did, Hitesh bhai, is before starting Traya, we did this clinical trial where we had people go through the Traya formulations and we had documented their results. And it was actually this clinical trial result that we went and showed to investors. And I would say it is those results that got us the funding more than anything. Right. So getting investors was never difficult, fortunately. We have Fireside, Whiteboard, K Capital on board. We have, compared to what I see with other D2C brands, very efficiently built this company. We have not burned much. We are not burning anything even today, which really helps us not have too much requirement to raise fund. Um, so I think that has really helped us, build this company the right way, where profitability was always important.
How do you want to take the company in the next 5 years? What would be the growth trajectory for Traya?
The vision is, Hitesh bhai, that if somebody talks about hair loss, they talk about Traya. Right? We want this to be a household brand. We want people to know that if you really want something efficacious, there is a brand like Traya. Right? So we want that undifferentiated association of efficacy for hair loss. Keeping that in mind, if you see, we are a brand that does not do too many things. We just do one thing perfectly, which is hair loss. We want this to be India's largest hair loss solution brand. So we are not saying we are hair care. We are not saying that we are going to do too many things. If you have hair fall, hair loss, and you are really want to solve it, you will come to Traya. And that's the ultimate 5-year plan or goal for us. Um,
Nice.
we also have we also have plans to go beyond India. So not we're thinking not just to be the largest hair loss brand in India, but international as well.
Excellent, Saloni. With this, we'll come to the last round, and that's the rapid fire round. I'll be asking you a couple of questions, which you can answer. Which is your favorite product in Traya Health?
Hair Ras. Hair Ras is a Ayurvedic herb mix. It's Ayurvedic. It is like Chaman Prash for hair. No, anyone who wants good hair can have it. It has nothing to do कि मुझे hair fall, hair loss होना चाहिए. I have it every day. It has helped improve my hair volume, hair quality. सब कुछ अच्छा अच्छा, आमला, त्रिफला, भृंगराज, अर्जुना, सब कुछ जो बालों के लिए अच्छा है is in that product.
Memorable customer feedback.
In the early days, was on a call with a female customer who ended up crying on the phone, thanking me for solving her hair loss.
Three words that define Traya.
Efficacy, Honesty, positivity.
Efficacy, honesty, positivity. One superpower that you want your product to have. Lagao and no, even stage 7 can be reversed.
I will not say that, Sitesh bhai. I would rather say it works if my product could somehow um, be sticky. कि आज चालू किया तो बंदा छोड़ेगा नहीं.
Okay.
Right? So can it be a habit product? That is the superpower I would want.
In case you would like to, diversify, in which areas or categories Traya Health would diversify?
Um, we would diversify from hair loss to certain other problem solution areas like dandruff. We have already started doing. In female, we have started working on hair damage as a problem. Other than that, Hitesh bhai, any chronic problem that the young India today faces, जिसके लिए एक single pill solution नहीं available है, जिसके लिए you need the power of three science, right? You will have to change your diet, use something from allopathy, use something from Ayurveda, and when the three get together can really add value to that person's life. I think that would be a fair win for Traya to diversify.
Okay, now final question is your advice to one, startups, and second to normal customers or human beings or men or women, your TG, who are facing hair fall. So first we go to the customer part and then we come to the startup part. So what would be your advice to the customer or to the person who is facing hair fall?
Right. Stop wasting time on hair fall shampoos and oils. Hair loss is an internal problem. Diagnose it. Use a holistic treatment. Understand why is your hair loss happening. अगर आपका hemoglobin से आपका hair loss हो रहा है तो कोई भी shampoo लगा लो आपका blood में hemoglobin level नहीं बढ़ने वाला है. So rather eat a amla rather than apply a amla, right? So uh, please understand the science and not just fall in the trap of all the marketing that's thrown to you. That's advice to customers, and also please be believers. It's possible to increase hair volume, to regrow hair, etc. uh, if it's not too late, so don't waste time. Act early. That's a customer advice. Startup advice would be listen as much as possible to your customers. Don't build companies looking at your competitors or some US company that you can copy in India, etc. Understand your customers, spend time with them, listen to them, speak to them, and then you will be able to build something which is very unique and solves a real problem. And combine that with a lot of experimentation. So do a lot of experimentation and then solve it.
Yeah. So with this, Saloni, we come to the end for D2C Dialogues. Your endeavor or your vision that you want to be the largest hair fall solutions brand in India to start with, and then subsequently international also. We wish you all the very best to achieve this vision of yours. And thank you very much for joining us today here at D2C Dialogues. Your insights were wonderful.
Thank you so much, Hitesh Bhai. Thank you.